Hi guys, Ape here of the PocketBot Collective. And today is Monday, and Mondays can be harsh on any of us. So what better bots to review than the mercenaries? Now, if you don't know about the mercenaries, they're pretty much the third faction in the Transformers realm, besides the Autobots and the Decepticons. You can go check out TF Wiki for a write-up on the back story of the mercenaries. You might have also spotted them in the recent show on Netflix, Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise, where they were definitely present with a couple of the members. And they've even managed to infiltrate the Transformers Earth Wars mobile game recently, where at the moment you can get Snapdragon as a mercenary. But for today's Merc, we'll review Exhaust. And this is Iron Factory's Exhaust, which is a recolor and a slight retool, I guess, of their wheeljack mold. So here he is in his vehicle form. Very nicely done. Nice tampos on there. Nice metallic paint on the wheels. Very well sculpted. Very nice and clean. Now let's look at the accessory. He comes with a standard small Iron Factory box. They have named him Dustfog. Has the translucent plastic collector card, which is nice if you collect them. Comes with 3 sets of hands. He's got the open hands to hold weaponry, but they're on him right now because they best cover the door gaps, because they have the largest, what do you call it? Largest piece on there. But he also has the open hands and 2 of the closed fists. And if you compare that, there you go. Hold on. You can see that the gun holding hands are just a little bit bigger, at least on the back of them, than the other ones, so they are best to cover the door gaps, but you can use any hands for it. He also comes with his shoulder cannons, which are on ball pegs, and it's just a retool of the ones that you get with wheeljack. In vehicle mode you can store them by, hold on, just put them around, just put them on the roof, a little tight. There we go. And he comes with this little handheld weapon, also exactly the same one that wheeljack had, which folds in half and can slot in at the bottom. There we go. Holds well and doesn't hinder the car rolling around. That's as much as I can say about the accessories. As for transformation, we pull out the arm sections, which are just, see if you can show you, the tabbed in there and on the what will become the waist, so to say. So there you go. Then you unclip the roof, pull it apart, revealing his head. Might as well flip these things out as well. Position them however you like. And this will tab into the back. There we go. The chest is on a double hinge. It's attached to the waist and on the inside. So where it was forward in vehicle mode, it just flips up and tabs in robot mode. The arms are on a hinge and a ball joint. They have a cut at the biceps and a hinge, and then you just swivel around. The hands, see, these are the open hands. They just pop out like that, so you can swap them around. Same for the other side. Turn it around, hinge it out, rotate the hand. What I'm going to do, I'll replace this hand with one of the other hands for now. I'll use a closed fist on there. Then for the legs, untab them. They're on a double hinge, so you just fold them down and flip them up. Again for the other side, fold them down, flip them up. Easy as that. Also, cut at the thigh and a ball joint for the full range of motion. Toes, flip them up, also on that side, and they are on a rocker. Well, technically they can pretty much rotate all the way around. So there we go. Has got a waist swivel as well as an ab crunch. So plenty of motion there. And then we still need to flip out the heel spurs. I'll just use a little screwdriver for it because mine are quite tight. But that's okay because that means they hold the figure well. You can get them even further down, so you can get them in all kinds of poses. Let me just fix the knees. There we go. And there is Dustfog, or exhaust as we know him. Head is also on a ball joint, so I can move up, down, all the way around. And he has this very characteristic head. But if you know this guy from the Earthrise show on Netflix, then this is not the head that he had in the show. So what I did, I've kind of pimped mine a bit, because here is the original Wheeljack. And Wheeljack, see, same weapon, came with two heads. The head that has the nice blue on the side pieces, which makes it look like he's talking, and exactly the same head but without the blue paint on it. So, what I did for Dustfog is I took the spare head from Wheeljack, screwed it apart, it just has a little screw, put a bit of red paint on the eyes, and screwed it back together. And now you have the show accurate head. So, if we just swap that out for a minute. Just need to get it loose enough so you can pop the head off. And then we can pop the other head on there. Tighten the screw. I mean, you can leave it loosened as well, but you might get a little bit more wobble out of the head than you would like. And there we have a more show accurate exhaust. Now, because he comes with exactly the same weapon as Wheeljack, and I have both of them on display, I decided to give him a different weapon. Here's just a spare weapon from one of my MechFans toys, Sharkticons. It has the nice blue on it, which I thought matches his wings a bit. So I tend to display him with a different weapon. It's just a 5mm port in his hands, so whatever you have left, you can give to this guy. And then, of course, the rockets, you can store them on his back. just hinge them up a bit. They sit in the same position as the as in car mode. It's still the same port. So there we go. Put that there. And over his shoulder. Move that one forward a little bit. There we go. At least the cannons, there is a difference. The main block, so to say, is the same, although it's black on exhaust and silver on wheeljack. But the rockets in there are different. Or on there, I have to say, because you can't detach them or shoot them or anything. But there we go. And now we have a bit more of a show-accurate exhaust. But this head, you don't get it with this figure, you get it with the wheeljack figure. Well, we've pretty much gone over articulation already in the transformation. So, a very nice figure. Cleans up well. Let's do some size comparisons, shall we? First up, our resident mascot, Iron Factory's Runabout. Same company, same size, not much exciting going on there. I wouldn't expect otherwise from these guys. Here he is with Magic Squares Wild Rider. Here he is with Hasbro's Core Class Megatron. And just for size comparison, here he is with New Age Stepper. And I'll just zoom out for a minute. There you go. Of course, New Age being the somewhat smaller company. But he sizes very well with all the other bots. Last comparison I want to do is him and some of his fellow mercenaries. So, here is Magic Squares Ramjet, one of the cone heads, and Dirge. We can also bring in, hold on, let me move him to the back a little bit, Hasbro's Bugbite, who scales just a little bit taller than him, so he might be a bit too big for your collection, but I quite like it so far. I like this Bugbite better than the smaller Bugbites that are out there from, who did them? New Age, I think, did them. So yeah, for me, for now, he's the resident stand-in, plus he actually has the Mercenary faction logo on there, so that is awesome. And let's also bring in the big guy himself, Double Dealer. And there you go. The mercenaries that you saw in the Earthrise show. Of course, I could also still bring in Unique Toys Snapdragon, because he also belongs to the faction now. There we go. Alright guys, that's about all I can say about Exhaust. A very cool figure, good mold on Iron Factory's part. So, if you have any connection to the faction, the show, or these bots, it would be a definite recommend from me to pick him up. Thank you guys for watching. If you got any comments, leave them in the section below, or find me on Instagram under Boston Boys. And I'll see you again on the next Mercenary Mondays. Ape out.